day. I am Judith Diacanyo, and you are watching Follow Me to Africa.
So, good morning, Jolly.
Good morning, Beatrice. How are you?
I'm good. Today it's a very lovely day, and I'm very happy that you are hosting the first version of our Follow Me to Africa TV. It's a lovely place to be in here. So this is your beautiful house, and we're having Ethiopian coffee. Can you let me see? Now this is coming from Austria. I know all sorts of coffee, but Ethiopian coffee is definitely one of the most delicious that I've tasted, and you make the best coffee.
Oh, thank you. Ethiopia is the home of coffee. What can we say?
Well, in Europe, we tend to think that coffee comes from Italy. It comes from Vienna Melange. You know, we have all kinds of ideas. Our kids even think that coffee comes from the shop.
Oh no.
And chocolate comes from the supermarket.
No. It's home is very much here in Africa.
Talking about home is in Africa. I'm just trying to see what is it we're having here. This is something typically South African.
Those are biltong chips actually. So that's dried meat. This particular one has been spiced up a bit. It's really healthy for everybody who's banting or anything like that. It's it's very, 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 very healthy. Wherever South Africans go around the world, one of the things they miss the most is actually their meat, and in particular biltong.
I've been eating tons of it ever since I came, and my daughter loves them. So this is something very specific for South Africa. People get biltong if you get to South Africa. Don't miss that. You are very much at home in South Africa. What if I invited you to live with me in Austria?
To live with you in Austria? I would certainly come and visit you. I'll come visit you wherever you can live on the moon. I'll come and visit you. But I'm very, very much an African, and I think that my roots are firmly in Africa. I can have a long visit, but I don't see myself immigrating long term to anywhere outside of this continent.
Okay, that's a very powerful statement. So for people who have been living for a very long time in Europe, who may be thinking like, where is home for me? What advice do you have to such people? I mean, I'm one of them. 20 years in Europe, here I am. I just came 6 weeks ago, and I'm saying like, why did it take you so long? So what would you tell people like me out there?
Follow your bliss and follow your heart. Because at the end of the day, home is where the heart is, in a sense. What was it that you said to me yesterday about a home? Where you make your home?
Well, I said home is everywhere where I feel comfortable when I'm having a good conversation.
Exactly. And the thing is that if you get overly sold out to a particular definition of home, you miss out so much on the environment that you are actually in. And for me, that environment at the moment is here, virtually anywhere on this continent. I was saying yesterday that I have yet to find an African country where I have felt uncomfortable and not welcome.
That's strong.
I love Africa. That statement excludes immigration. I hate African immigration, but
you and I will have another talk on immigration.
But once you get out of the airport or past the border post, most African countries have got the most warm, exquisite people, and I feel like as if, we are connected in our blood, in our being, in our we are so connected. We are so connected. I can be in London and I will meet another African and instantly feel connected.
We always say hello brother, hello sister.
Yes, hello brother from another mother.
It can become very irritating at times.
It can be until you don't have it.
Yes.
And then the first person who says it to you makes you cry.
So tell me, what makes Johannesburg the best city in the world to live in?
Johannesburg is the gateway to Africa for me. It's the gateway to Africa. It's a buzzing metropolis. There is everything is within reach here. If you want a cosmopolitan lifestyle, you certainly will get that here in Johannesburg. It is extremely cosmopolitan. the whole world is represented here in Johannesburg.
The diversity.
Yeah, the whole world. You cannot say that you didn't meet your people here in Johannesburg. Whether you are a South African moving from the rural areas, whether you are originally from Johannesburg, whether you are an immigrant or a migrant, or whatever you want to call yourself, you will find somebody here who you can connect with. You find some kind of a connection here. I feel like it is the heartbeat of Africa in a sense. Even though South Africa's positioned towards the bottom of the continent, but I feel like it's the heartbeat of Africa. And to ignore Johannesburg is to ignore it at your peril. There's business diversity, there's cultural diversity, there is diversity of thinking, there's diversity of people. Unless there's gender diversity. And South Africa is so progressive in terms of how, in particular, I would say government has seen the role of women. So if you look at our parliament, for instance, we've got a very large number of female parliamentarians in parliament.
And you even have 1 month, Women's Month.
Other
countries
it started as one day. We stretched it.
I think the rest of the world can learn from you.
We stretched it. So I mean, I don't think for me in my life, there is not a better place for me to be right now. I don't believe it.
I'm in the right space.
We're in the right place.
You and I were having a ride through the town when you picked me up, and we saw these very beautiful trees. I just can't get enough of them. So that's something very specific of Johannesburg. You said something about the greenness of Johannesburg.
Johannesburg is the most treed city in the world. From outer space, it looks like a forest. Actually, it looks like a jungle. And sometimes it's an incorrect perception of Johannesburg, but it's also a beautiful tribute to the value system of South Africans. We value vegetation, we value the green, we value Africans at large. I don't think there are true Africans who do not value plants and plant life and trees.
Now, just to close up our conversation for today, what is your day going to look like today?
My day. After this, I've got a women's luncheon with. We've been invited by the CEO of Ejulon, who's a powerful woman. They provide bursaries and loans to South Africans so that they can complete their tertiary education. So she has invited some women to a luncheon, so I'm looking forward to that, meeting other women, like-minded women. And then later on, I will be catching up on business because I wouldn't have been looking at my emails or anything most of the day. So I need to catch up on what pays the bills. And then in the evening, I'm looking forward to my daughter's dance recital. My 5-year-old daughter will be doing her dance recital for the year. So I'm really looking forward to my little ballerina showing me what she's been learning this year.
Wow, so Josie.
You can call me Josie too.
Jolie lives in Josie. She wears many hats, as you can see. This is what a typical African woman looks like today. She's not that woman who is just hanging at home and cooking and whatever. She is a woman who wears many hats, and you're a typical example. You go to meetings to pay your bills, you attend to your family, and you told me that family is very important to you.
It's critical to me.
It's critical to you. So we will be having much of this conversation later. Just like I said, I'm very happy and thankful that you provide us with this wonderful space to kickstart our Follow Me to Africa TV. And just like I said, you will be watching much of Jolly's work and Johannesburg. We will take you to places that you've never been to. Just get ready and stay tuned. Thank you.
Good day, I am Judith Diakanyo and you are watching Follow Me to Africa Living. This show is being brought to you directly from Johannesburg.